about condensation polymers. In the last lesson, we learned about polystyrene and Teflon, which are two polymers that are made through addition polymerization. Today's lesson will be a bit different. We are going to study three polymers that are produced through condensation polymerization. We are going to learn about nylon, polyester, and Bakelite. Are you ready, students? Let us begin. In the last few lessons, we learned about many different synthetic polymers. One aspect that they all have in common is that they are produced using the process of addition polymerization. The polymers we are studying today, produced by the condensation reaction of diacids and diamines. A condensation reaction is a chemical reaction in which two molecules combine to form a single molecule. During this process, they each lose a small molecule. Often, it is a water molecule that is lost. Thus, it is known as a dehydration reaction. Sometimes, the molecule that is lost is something else. For example, hydrogen chloride, methanol, or acetic acid. In this type of polymerization reaction, a series of condensation steps takes place. Monomers, or monomer chains, add to each other to form longer chains. It may be either a homopolymerization containing a single type of monomer. Alternately, it may be a copolymerization involving two monomers. Let us pause for our first activity, students. In your own words, please write down what happens in a condensation reaction between monomers. You can go ahead now, students.
Students, let's get ready. let's get back to our lesson.
Hello, students. I hope that you were able to define this term easily. A condensation reaction between monomers describes the process of monomers, or possibly monomer chains, combining to form longer chains. They may all be the same kind of monomer, or there may be two different kinds. During this process, each monomer sheds a molecule, usually water. Good work. Now, let us learn about our first example of a polymer produced through this reaction. It is called nylon. Nylon is a type of synthetic polymer called a polyamide. This means that it is made entirely of amides, carbonyl groups linked to nitrogen atoms, that are joined together by peptide bonds. It was first produced by the petrochemical firm DuPont in 1935. Nylon is a silky, thermoplastic material. It was the first commercially successful synthetic polymer. It has been used for stockings, sponges, waterproof clothing, tires, seat belts, and military supplies. Nylon is highly resilient. It is very resistant to abrasions, insects, fungi, molds, mildew, rot, and many chemicals. Here, we see a scientist producing nylon in a beaker. Nylon 6,6 is one of the most common types of nylon. It is a copolymer and is prepared through the condensation of 1,6-hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. The base amine reacts with the acid to form a salt. The process of heating removes water and forms the amide bonds. Students, it is time for another activity. We will see what our studies have taught us. Please write down the chemical equation for the formation nylon 6,6 from the monomers. Do your best.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again. I hope that you were able to accurately recall the chemical equation for nylon. This is the correct equation. As you can see, hexamethylene diamine is condensed with adipic acid to form nylon 6,6. Does this equation look like yours? If so, great work. Another example of a condensation polymer is polyester. There are actually many different polyesters. The term most often refers to polyethylene terephthalate, also called Dacron. This is the chemical equation for the most common type of polyester. As you can see, terephthalic acid is condensed with ethylene glycol to form the ester. The ester is then polymerized to form polyester. Most common polyesters are thermoplastic polymers. Polyester is strong, impact resistant, and is chiefly used for synthetic fibers. Blending it with cotton yields fabrics that are durable, easily dyed, and wrinkle resistant. As a result, fabrics woven from polyester are widely used in clothing and home furnishings. Industrial polyester is used for tire reinforcements, conveyor belts, and plastic reinforcements with high energy absorption. Bakelite is another condensation polymer. Its chemical name is polyoxybenzyl methylene glycol anhydride. That name is quite a mouthful, is it not? The monomers of Bakelite are phenol and formaldehyde. They are condensed together in the presence of an acid or a base to form Bakelite. This is the chemical reaction. Bakelite is not used very often anymore, but was one of the first plastic materials. It is a thermoset material, which once it is set into a given shape, it cannot be reshaped by any means. It is permanently set into its given shape through exposure to heat. It is also electrically non-conductive. Because it was the first commercially successful plastic, Bakelite was extensively used in the first half of the 20th century. It was made into such diverse products as toys, headphones, jewelry, and kitchenware. Students, today we have learned about 3 condensation polymers: nylon, polyester, and Bakelite. We have learned their properties and some of their applications. We have seen how their monomers combine through the process of condensation polymerization. We have even seen a demonstration of this reaction by watching a scientist produce nylon before our eyes. I hope that you have found today's lesson enjoyable. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.